Hi family, some long overdue videos. I was a little preoccupied dodging the cartel in Mexico, so here I am now. So I actually got a checklist here. I'm gonna do these as quick as I can because I don't know how much battery I have left. Let's see. Oh yeah, okay, I guess I'll start here at the top. I wrote down the scare tactics and the psychological operations, aka PSYOPs, regarding the missing / dead scientists and this and that and the other. Holistic doctors and things like this, right? Right, so I'm one of those who has escaped being suicided, being kidnapped by the cartel. Well, actually, they did get me twice, but that was a long ago story when they thought I could still work for them. They just, kidnapped me and, yeah, really, the first time beat the holy living hell out of me, broke my legs and all kinds of other stuff. But you know, that's the way reptiles work. You know, first they give you the carrot, and if you don't take the carrot, then comes the stick. So I'm just wanting to take this time here in a new setting to not just catch up on my videos, but more importantly, how do you say, give inspiration. So in this regard, I want to say about those who go missing or dead. So there are phases, if you will, of the folks who came in through this time. Some people call them star seeds. I really don't care what the name is. It doesn't matter to me the name. What matters most is what is their objective, what is their intention. And so here we are. I was one of the first of that generation, what they call the flower power generation. The one right after that, I don't know which generation they call that, was back then it was still somewhat human. It wasn't polluted with chemtrails and toxic water and all this kind of stuff. We didn't have nanobot technology in our bloodstream, let me just say that. And we didn't breathe it in with the chemtrails. So it's probably one of the last of the, I dare say, pure bloods, meaning it's just the blood and not, you know, particulate nano matter floating around and assembling itself within the body. So let's just say from this perspective of, let's just say the missing and the dead, right? Scientists, holistic doctors, whistleblowers, fill in the blank, right? I believe I tick off all of the boxes. That because we have this mission, right, and it is sanctioned and approved of by Mother Earth, yes, and it is done for the 7 future generations. So we are unstoppable. And what do I mean by that? Let me break it down for you. If someone or something, a directed energy weapon, let's say for instance, tries to take out these ones who have come with the authority of the Great Spirit, you're only really making it more difficult than it needs to be. Please know that, and I'm speaking to the star children, because the ones who try to take us out, they already know this. So what we do is, if we are taken out of the skin suit before we have completed our mission, then we don't have to come through the birth canal anymore. We can do what you call walk-ins. Not, not for my will, not for my capital gain, not for me, but for thy will, Great Spirit, and the mission that I am on right now, in this vessel called a skin suit on this beautiful Mother Earth. Yes. So for each and every one that goes missing, that gets suicided, that whatever, just remember, family, that you can't kill infinite consciousness. You can take them out of the skin suit, but they'll just find another skin suit to go into. And you do have the authority to, if you choose, to shatter in a sacred way, not in an unholy way, but shatter your shards of consciousness, and for recollection at any time you deem to bring them back. And, well, just like I told them in I guess it would have been 2015. At that point, there were only 7 attempts on my life. So I told them, I reminded them that I'm not afraid. I'm not afraid, first of all. I'm ready to meet my death. I'm not, it doesn't make no sense to be afraid of something that you know is inevitable. Oh my God, the bus is coming. Yeah, the sign says it comes every 30 minutes. All right now. And so what is the life if not a preparation for that moment, that inevitable moment where you sit in judgment of your own life review and decide whether or not you lost the plot? Oh, do you know who just literally flew up in my face? Was a colibri, a hummingbird. I don't know if maybe the camera picked up his wings. Maybe he'll come back. He likes to do that when I sit out here. That's the spirit of the masculine warrior, and the butterfly is the spirit of the feminine warrior. So it's a scare tactic. It's a psyop when you hear about people, scientists and whistleblowers and holistic doctors and on and on and on, fill in the blank, political would-be leaders, I don't know, let's say, whatever leadership you're looking for, whatever part of the dangerous crowd into which you assimilate. It's beside the point. It's really down to us in our exercising of our free will choice to say, no, you will not stop me. And if you try to take me out, there's going to be another fill in the blank. However many shards that you want to split into, however many shards you feel like you can split into. It's all good. Do what you need to do. And then in this way, if the apex predators feel that it's acceptable or required to continue to take out those whistleblowers, to take out those former military members with above top secret clearances. If anybody that worked with any of the alphabet agencies, if you know some stuff, you know, you got some whistleblowing to do. And it's not for the purpose of it's not for any like malicious intent or intent to hurt or harm, but only to have justice served. So I don't know what else to say about that other than don't be afraid. Don't listen to. First of all, remember what my grandma said. She said, believe half of what you see and none of what you hear. And this was decades before the first cell phone was brought into the public marketplace. So here we are now, and I would say believe none of what you see and none of what you hear. Because anyway, it's probably just trying to dictate the narrative. It's probably just trying to influence your sacred dream. The one that's up here in the first eye. Just be aware that there are a lot of apex predators in our realm due to the mad scientists smashing particles together and other things to rip holes in the fabric of the universe and allow these apex predators to come closer to us, because otherwise they would be in quarantine from Mother Earth. And but she's coming back upright on her axis, make no mistake about it. I'm going to go into that more in another video about oil, or what's going on. That's what I'll call it, geopolitical. Oh geez, does anybody want to hear geopolitics and world economic finance? I don't know. God, that's such a tedious subject. I'll have to consider. I think I've probably done some videos like this in the past. I don't know. You can check my channel. I don't want to have to repeat myself, but it's our sacred dream. If you came out of a womb, you are the child of Mother Earth. You have a dream. And our dreams always come true. Especially now. At this particular time. So don't believe what you see in here. First of all, that would be my number one rule right there, just because my grandma told me. Well, I don't know what she told me, but I know what she would say now if she could look around and see where everybody gets their whatever news from. None of what you see and none of what you hear. It's more important to well, believe, if you want to say. I don't know if that's the right word. If you want to build your foundation upon, like, you know, something that is a foundational belief, make sure it's sacred, coming from the sacred heart of your inner child, and not influenced by outside anything. Religion, government, politics, fill in the blank, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. However you want to choose to divide and walk in divine order, seeing things divided, right? And then seeing things as sacred and holy, complete. Sacred. No more divided. The vision is sacred. Now, I want to just conclude then with regards to these, missing and dead scientists and et al., everybody, right? That well, I just want to, if I may, humbly speak on their behalf as a representative, if you will, representation of them and what they had intended to do. If they really are dead and missing, I don't know. But it doesn't matter, because we're still connected in the dream world. You cannot fight against what is written in the stars. You just can't. I mean, thanks for playing. Cocktails are in the back. Get your consolation prize on your way out. Bravo. 5 stars on the stage, but your time is done. You gotta go, son. Get on up out of here. Bye. Thank you. Thank you, but bye. So, let's see. That's what I wanted to share about the missing and the dead scientists and whistleblowers and all this. Is like, first of all, don't believe it unless like, okay, let's say you're from the human skin suit perspective, right? How do I know something is real? I can touch it. I can taste it. I can see it. I can smell it. What is it? Touch, see, hear. I can hear the birdies, right? So those 5 senses. So let's just say that's your 5 criteria. If it doesn't pass the majority 3 out of 5, I just cannot believe it. I cannot and will not believe it unless it passes all 3, or better yet, all 5. I don't know. But at least 3 of those senses. And so then just don't necessarily believe, right? Like, I don't recommend it at all, that you just, because it's just trying to control the narrative. But anyway, and then if you are one of those scientists, global luminaries, etc. Fear not, because in this life is a preparation for death. And when I face myself in that cosmic midnight hour, I am ready for the death who comes at the hour I do not know, but who does come. And those who have lived in an honorable way, that can have maybe had some NDEs or whatever it was that caused you to take a glimpse into your cosmic midnight hour for just a few brief moments and then pop back and do that life review sort of before the life is over. That's basically, if we're going to contemplate something, that's what we should be contemplating, is the preparation for our death. And ultimately, I feel like the question is, when you are evaluating how you performed on the stage of life, then you just simply say, I did or I didn't do what I intended to do. You do. That's it. But now, instead of getting a chance to return, there ain't gonna be no more traffic jams in the spiritual realm, yo. Been working on them for years. They ain't allowed. Got to go somewhere else that's better suited for your learning environment, aka the underworld. And there you will stay for 1,000 years without free will choice. And there you will encounter the king of that underworld, which is the jaguar. So, make a choice while you can. But whatever you do, remember what Grandma said. Believe half what you see and none of what you hear. And if you're going to listen to something, one side, listen to the other perspective. That's the one I'm offering. Another perspective. One that is not in alignment with the dystopian nightmare which has been predictably programmed into our sacred imaginations through the Hollywood movies and whatnot. So, yeah, that's about it. Stay strong. And be thine eye single and full of light. Now, I'm gonna make another note for myself to do a video about med beds. And just all kind of other stuff. Look, there's just a lot coming. So I just wanted to cover the missing and dead scientists and let you know that no one, if they are taken out of the skin suit, no one. That doesn't make them dead. It just makes them operating in a different realm. And if they choose to, if they are part of the chosen ones, they can come back. They can come back from the dead in any manner that they wish. Just the way it is. We got that permission. But looky here, we don't really need to necessarily come back. Because there's other star seeds that are here. Yeah. And I just basically came here to make a way for them. So I suppose, yeah, that'll do for now. No fear. No fear. False evidence appearing real. Here comes the colibri again. Anyhow, family, and that give a big shout out. Colibri reminds me to give a big shout out to the sacred masculine. Thank you. Eternally grateful. Thank you for the healthy boundaries that you establish. Thank you for the protection that you offer to the women and the children and the elderly. Thank you. To the tribe, to the nations, to the world, for the protection and the boundaries that you can establish. Thank you. Yeah, grateful. Thanks, family, and I hope this has been a blessing to you or inspirational to you or in some way useful, helpful to you. So stay tuned for more. Ciao for now.